What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dropping Wisdom with Santos podcast. And today we're doing Wages of Wisdom Week 4. So let me give you a quick recap of Week 3, and then we're going to talk about my parlays for the Week 4 schedule of the NFL. Miami went into Buffalo Bills, lost 31-21. Closer game than what people thought, but of course Tua threw an interception at the end to solidify the loss. The Packers went into the Browns. The Browns won 13-10. This game right here has ruined all of my parlays, so I didn't win any parlays in Week 3 due to the Packers losing against the Pinche Browns. The Colts go into Titans, won 41-20. The Colts are rolling, boy. Jonathan Taylor had 3 touchdowns. Daniel Jones, boy, looking good. Cincinnati went into Minnesota, got their asses whooped 48-10. That was an embarrassment. Pittsburgh went into New England, won 21-14 for the simple fact that New England had 5 turnovers. That's the only reason how the Steelers won, but hey, that's part of the game. LA Rams went into Philadelphia, lost 33-26. They had this game in the bag, then they started playing conservative, and then at the end of the game, some crazy field goal block and return for the touchdown solidified the win for the Eagles. The Jets went into the Buccaneers, really close game. The Buccaneers won 29-27. The Raiders went into the Commanders. Washington lost 41-24. That was pretty much an ass whooping. Geno Smith had 3 touchdowns, some were garbage points. But for the most part, Mariota looked really good in that game as well. Atlanta Falcons got their asses whooped by the Panthers 30-0. They also kind of ruined a few of my parlays. I thought the Falcons were going to beat the Panthers. But if you watch the Panthers play now, ever since the fourth quarter of the game in Week 2 against the Cardinals, they kind of clicked. Everything started vibing in the fourth quarter of Week 2 against the Cardinals, and I think it rolled over into this game. And they won 30-0. And the thing about this game, let me tell you guys something, okay? The Atlanta Falcons, because of this game, the results of this game, they fired the wide receiver coach. Like, it was the wide receiver coach's fault that the Falcons quarterback threw 2 interceptions and that the field goal kicker missed 2 field goals. I don't see why or how that's possible. Texans went into Jaguars. They lost 17. Jaguars won 17-10. Jaguars should have won a little bit better, but Jaguars can't seem to catch the ball. Denver went into LA Chargers. LA Chargers won 23-20. That was a really good game. Really good game. Herbert had over 300 yards. New Orleans went into Seattle and lost 44-13. Seattle looks good ever since the Week 1 hiccup. Seattle's look good, man. But they are playing subpar teams to look good, though. Let's just be honest here. Dallas went into the Chicago Bears. Chicago won 31-14. Caleb Williams had 4 touchdowns, 298 yards. CeeDee Lamb is out for 4 weeks. So ain't looking good for the Cowboys. Cardinals went into San Francisco and lost 16-15. Really close, tight game. Cardinals could have won this game if Harrison Jr. would have caught that open pass. That would have been like a 70-yard touchdown. He just dropped the pass. He was wide open. So that's just some scrubby shit. Chiefs won 22-9 against the Giants. The score looks different than what it should have been. There was like a behind the line of scrimmage pass, and like this New York Giant defensive lineman had the ball in his possession, and somehow Mahomes was miraculously took the ball from him and went down and took the ball straight from him, or else it would have been the Giants' ball at the Chiefs' 5 in the first half. I want to say it was the first half, that would have changed the game. But he got lucky by just stripping the guy from that ball. And the only positive you can see in this game is they finally, unfortunately, Tracy hurt his shoulder, and Scatterbo is basically taking the starting running back, and he looked good. And now they're starting the other player, the other quarterback for the Giants. They benched Russell Wilson. Lions went into the Ravens and whipped that ass 38-30. It was just that run game. Lamar Jackson, he had 3 touchdowns, man. But if Ravens have a couple injuries on the defensive side, is that causing the reason why they can't stop nobody? I don't know, man. But if you have a good run game, I would just run all over the Ravens for now on until they fix that. Okay, tonight's game, Thursday night football game. You have Seattle at the Cardinals. Seattle money line is 1.5, over under 43.5. I like Seattle in this game. They got Love and Witherspoon back in the defense. And I think the Cardinals, since Connor's out for the year with a broken ankle or something like that, not too much of a step back with Benson. I'm not seeing enough from the Cardinals offense. So I like the Seahawks. These are divisional games. This is always going to be tight, but I like the Seahawks to win this game. Minnesota's playing the Steelers at 9:30 in Ireland on Sunday. Money line is favored 2.5 for the Vikings, over under 40.5. I'll probably pick the over in that, but I see the Minnesota winning this game because believe it or not, Carson Wentz looked pretty good. The Commanders go into the Falcons. I think Jaden Daniels isn't playing this game, and I don't think Terry McLaurin is playing in this game either. So the Washington's favored by 1.5, over under 44.5. I'm staying away from this game because I don't know which Falcon team's going to show up, and I don't know if the Commanders have enough firepower to keep up with the offense if this is going to be a shootout. New Orleans goes into Buffalo. Buffalo is favored by 15.5, over under 47.5. Obviously, Buffalo is going to be in my parlay. Cleveland Browns go into Detroit Lions. The Lions are favored by 9.5, over under 44.5. I like Detroit in this game. Browns have a really good defense and a really bad offense. Panthers go into the Patriots to New England. New England favored by 5.5, over under 42.5. Now, the Patriots should be 2-1, but they had 5 turnovers, so their record is what they say they are. They're 1-2. The Panthers, like I said, since the fourth quarter of week 2, looked good. They were vibing on offense. So I'm staying away from this game because 5.5 sounds kind of really weird to me. But if anything, I would probably pick the Panthers to cover that spread. But I'm not touching that game. Something seems fishy about that game. I don't want to mess with it. Chargers go into the Giants. They're starting a new quarterback over there, Jackson Dart, I believe that's his name. And Chargers are favored by 6.5, over under 43.5. I'm picking the Chargers. Eagles go into the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, Michael Evans is out for like 4 weeks. So they're having a bunch of wide receivers that I'm not really. Godwin might be back, but he's not 100%. So you have Shepard, he's okay. Then you have Egbuka, which is good, but I like Philadelphia's 3.5, over under 43.5. The Buccaneers win margin, even though they're 3-0, total win margin is 6 points. So I like the Eagles in this game. You got the Titans and the Texans. This is going to be a good game because the Titans can't. They have no offensive line. Houston 7.5, over under 38.5, and they're saying Cam Warren might be hurt. So by default, I'm picking. Someone has to win this game, and so I'm thinking the Texans will win this game. Colts go into LA Rams. The Rams are favored by 3.5, over under 50.5. I ain't touching this game at all. I don't know about this game because Colts look like they're the truth. And you're going into the Rams, man. I don't know. The Rams have a really good defense too, so I'm not putting money on that game. I'm staying away from that game. Jaguars in San Francisco. Pearsall and Jennings are both on injured. Are both I don't know if they're both playing this game. And so you have Kittle out. Ayuk is out. So the only healthy guy you have going on right now is Christian McCaffrey. San Francisco is favored by 3.5, over under 47.5. I don't know, because if the Jaguars wide receivers catch the ball, they should be able to win this game. 49ers Nick Bosa's out. He's out for the season, torn ACL, I believe. So I would be comfortable saying the Jaguars should win if they knew how to catch the ball. So I'm not touching this game because San Francisco, they're winning with all these injuries. It's unbelievable to me that there's the good team. But I'm not touching this game. Baltimore goes in Kansas City. Baltimore favored by 2.5, over under 48.5. Now, if I was Kansas City, my scheme would be try to run the ball as much as possible because you don't have Hollywood Brown or you don't have Rice or Worthy in this game, and they don't have good offensive weapons. But the Ravens show their defense can't stop the run, so the Chiefs should be a run-first offense this game if possible. Chiefs have a solid defense too, but the Ravens, the Ravens can score. So this is going to be a good game. I ain't touching it just because it's the Chiefs, and I don't trust referees in Chiefs games anymore. You got the Bears going into the Las Vegas Raiders. Bears are favored 1.5, 40 over under 47.5. I like the Bears. Bears got an offense going, and it just seems like the Raiders, man. The Raiders defense is terrible. I don't like the Raiders defense at all. So I like the Bears in this game. I would like the Bears. Caleb Williams will be balling in this game. Green Bay goes into the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb's out for a month. Over under 6.5. Or over under is 47.5. The spread is 6.5 for the Packers. I think that spread should be bigger, but I'm picking the Packers to win this game because without CeeDee Lamb, you got Pickens, which is okay, and Ferguson. But I just think the Packers are going to be too much, and it's going to be emotional for Michael Parsons. So I know the Packers are going to want to win this game for him. Then there's 2 Monday night games. Jets go into Miami. Miami 2.5, 45 over under 45.5. But I like how the Jets are playing, man. Jets are playing with some heart, and Dolphins don't play with heart. So I'm going with heart. So I'm going to pick the Jets. And I don't even know who's quarterbacking, either Tyron Taylor or Justin Fields. But I like the Jets because they're playing with heart. Cincinnati goes into Denver. Denver favored by 7.5, over under 44.5, and I'm picking Denver. Okay. Now, listen up now, okay? On DraftKings, in order for you to get that ghost leg parlay, you have to opt in for the Thursday night football parlay for the qualifying bet of a minimum of $10 to get your ghost leg parlay on Sunday. Okay? And you can't cash this out. You have to let the game play out to the end in order for you to get that ghost leg parlay option, opt-in discount boost on Sunday. Okay? So here's my Thursday night football bet. Parlays, same game parlay bet. Thursday night football, same game parlay bet goes as is. Seattle to win. Both teams to score a touchdown and a field goal. Sam Darnold to have 2 touchdowns, to throw 2 touchdowns, and to throw for 200 yards. Smith Enigma to have 60 yards receiving, and McBride to have 40 yards receiving. Okay? You waste $10, you win $80. So I'll say this again. Thursday night football, bet. Seattle to win, Sam Darnold to throw for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both teams to score a touchdown and a field goal. McBride to have 40 yards receiving, and Smith Enigma to have 60 yards receiving. You waste $10, you win $80. Okay? Let this game play out. If you opt in for the ghost leg parlay, and then on Sunday get that ghost leg parlay in your Sunday bet, because that's the way to go. Okay? Now my ghost leg parlay is going to be this, okay? I like the Chargers at the Giants. I like the Bills at home against the Saints. I like the Lions at home against Cleveland. Eagles at Tampa Bay. Texans at home against the Titans. Packers in Dallas, and Broncos at home against the Bengals. You waste $10, you win $52. So I'll say that again as my ghost leg parlay. I'm picking the Chargers, Bills, Lions, Eagles, Texans, Packers, Broncos to win the money line. $10 gets you $52. Okay? Now, that being said, hope you guys win some money this week. Like I said, these are all suggestions. Okay, I'm not saying I'm the big money guy, but these are all suggestions. I'm doing this for fun. So, last week, the Packers in Atlanta pretty much messed up on my parlays, but this week I'm feeling pretty confident, especially how these teams are playing out. Like I feel really good about this 7-game parlay this Sunday. The only iffy thing is the Buccaneers had the Eagles number these last couple times, but I like the Chargers playing against a rookie quarterback in New York Giants. I like Bills at home against the Saints. Lions at home against the Browns. The Browns defense is really good, but I think the Lions offense is going to be too much for the Browns offense to keep up with. Eagles to go to Tampa Bay because of Tampa Bay's injuries at wide receiver. I like the Eagles to win this game. Texans at home against the Titans. Texans they got to change their offensive line, but I think they could squeeze out this win. It's going to be hard. I like the Packers at Dallas. Broncos at home against the Bengals. Okay? Hope you guys win this week, and I'll talk to you guys next time.